Imagine this. The camera fades in, the sound of a roaring engine echoes through a canyon, and you see a massive shadow slicing through the golden light of dawn. That's not just any SUV, it's the all-new 2026 Toyota Fortuner. A beast reborn, redesigned, and reimagined for a world that doesn't stop moving. You might think you know the Fortuner, that rugged off-road legend built for toughness and endurance. But what if I told you Toyota just flipped the game and brought luxury, power, and intelligence into one unstoppable machine? Stick around, because what you're about to see might completely change the way you think about SUVs forever. And wait until we get to the price, because that's where things get really interesting. The 2026 Fortuner isn't just an upgrade. It's a revolution in Toyota's philosophy. For years, the Fortuner has been the reliable soldier of the Toyota lineup, muscular, capable, and built for the harshest terrains. But this time, Toyota didn't just tweak the old formula. They tore it apart and built something entirely new from the ground up. The moment you see it, you realize this is not the rugged boxy SUV you remember. The front end is aggressive, futuristic, and aerodynamic, with a new honeycomb grille that looks like it could swallow air for breakfast. The LED headlights stretch back like the eyes of a predator, sharp, confident, alive. Every line across the body has been sculpted for dominance, blending the toughness of an off-roader with the elegance of a luxury cruiser. The wheel arches bulge with power, and the new 20-inch alloys give it a stance that just screams authority. It's like the Fortuner hit the gym, upgraded its wardrobe, and walked onto the red carpet with a smirk. Underneath that bold design lies the real story, the heart of a beast that's no longer just muscle, but muscle with brains. Toyota has equipped the 2026 Fortuner with an all-new hybrid turbo diesel powertrain. Yes, you heard that right, a hybrid diesel. Combining the torque of diesel with the efficiency and silence of electric power. The result? A jaw-dropping 295 horsepower and 550 Nm of torque. That's not just numbers, it's the difference between climbing a steep rocky trail with confidence or getting stuck halfway like your old SUV would. And here's where Toyota plays its biggest card: improved fuel economy. How often do you get power and efficiency in the same breath? It's like having a heavyweight boxer that runs marathons for fun. Now, let's talk performance, because this is where the Fortuner flexes its legacy. The new suspension system has been tuned for both comfort and control. Whether you're tearing through gravel roads or gliding through city streets, it feels grounded, confident, and surprisingly smooth. Toyota has fitted a smarter 4x4 system, adaptive terrain control, and a new torque vectoring feature that automatically distributes power to the wheel that needs it most. Imagine driving through a snowstorm, a muddy forest trail, or a sand dune, and the car just reads the surface and adjusts in milliseconds. You're not fighting the terrain anymore, you're dancing with it. That's the level of control this machine offers. But here's a question: what's power without presence? Because this SUV doesn't just drive, it dominates. Picture yourself pulling up in the new Fortuner. Heads turn, people look. It's not flashy like a sports car, but it commands respect. That deep growl when you rev the engine, that imposing road stance, it's confidence on wheels. And the interior? Oh, Toyota went bold. Open the door and you step into a cockpit that feels more like a high-end private jet than a family SUV. Premium leather seats, ambient lighting that changes with your mood, and a 14-inch floating touchscreen that connects you seamlessly with every feature imaginable. The digital instrument cluster greets you with futuristic animations, and for the first time, Toyota has introduced a voice assist system that actually understands natural speech. No more robotic commands, just talk to it like a friend, and it'll handle navigation, music, even climate control. The seats hug you perfectly, and yes, Toyota didn't forget practicality. Fold down the third row and you get a massive cargo space, ready for everything from weekend adventures to city halls. And for those who love music, the JBL premium sound system inside the 2026 Fortuner doesn't just play songs, it fills the cabin with concert-level sound. You'll feel every beat, every note, every rumble. But let's step back for a second, because this is where it gets fascinating. Toyota didn't design this car for one type of person. It's built for everyone who refuses to choose between adventure and sophistication. You can drive it to a 5-star hotel and it'll look like a luxury SUV. Drive it into the mountains, and it'll feel like a rugged off-road warrior. How many cars can do that convincingly? Now, imagine you're cruising on the highway at night. The adaptive headlights are scanning the road ahead, automatically adjusting their brightness. The driver assist tech is quietly keeping you centered in your lane. There's radar-based cruise control managing your speed. Everything feels effortless. And yet, under your foot, you still feel that surge of diesel-electric torque waiting to be unleashed. That's not just driving, that's domination wrapped in comfort. Let's throw in a twist here, because I know what you're thinking. With all this power, luxury, and tech, it's got to cost a fortune, right? Well, not exactly. But before I drop that number, think about what this car offers. It's an off-road champion, a luxury cruiser, a family hauler, and a hybrid eco-warrior all in one. So, what would you pay for something that can outlast the apocalypse and still make you feel like you're in a high-end SUV? $80,000? $90,000? What if I told you Toyota plans to price it far below that mark? The expected starting price of the 2026 Fortuner in international markets hovers around $56,000 *. Yeah, you heard that right. That's where the shock hits. A vehicle that could easily rival premium European SUVs is launching with a price that feels like a steal. The value Toyota packs into this thing is insane. And it's not just about the price tag, it's about the reliability that comes with the Toyota badge. You can take this SUV into the wild, across deserts, through floods, or just to pick your kids up from school, and it won't flinch. It's built to last decades. And Toyota has improved every inch of its safety systems. There's Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, packed with adaptive braking, pedestrian detection, blind spot monitoring, cross-traffic alert, and even a new emergency auto-steering function that avoids collisions in milliseconds. It's like having a co-pilot who never sleeps. But here's the thing that gets people talking, the emotion this SUV brings. There's something raw and primal about it. When you drive it, it doesn't feel like a machine, it feels like an extension of your own will. You turn the wheel, it responds instantly. You push the throttle, and it surges forward with quiet aggression. It's not trying to impress you with gimmicks, it's reminding you why Toyota is still the king of dependability and endurance. And I've got to ask, when was the last time you felt genuinely excited about an SUV? Because Toyota is about to make you fall in love with one again. The 2026 Fortuner isn't just an update, it's a statement. A message to every rival brand out there saying, we've been watching, and we're back to reclaim the throne. So picture this, you're standing at the edge of a cliff, engine humming beneath your feet, the horizon stretching endlessly in front of you. The Fortuner isn't just your vehicle, it's your partner, your shield, your ticket to freedom. It dares you to go further, to take that turn, to chase that horizon you've always ignored. And when you finally get there, you'll realize, it wasn't just about the destination. It was about the feeling of power, confidence, and absolute control that this SUV delivers every single second. For decades, Toyota has built cars that outlive generations. The Fortuner has always been the name you trusted when roads disappeared. But now, it's evolving into something more, a symbol of status, technology, and unshakable strength. It's a car that respects its heritage but refuses to be trapped by it. The 2026 model doesn't whisper power, it declares it. It's bold without being brash, luxurious without being pretentious, and capable without compromise. As the sun sets on the horizon and that hybrid diesel growl fades into the distance, there's one thought that'll stick with you: this might just be the SUV that defines the next decade. The one that turns heads in the city and conquers mountains in the same breath. The 2026 Toyota Fortuner is not just built, it's engineered to make a statement. And before you scroll away, let me leave you with this: what if this Fortuner is the perfect balance we've all been waiting for, where adventure meets intelligence, and power meets sustainability? Because if that's true, we're not just witnessing the future of Toyota, we're witnessing the future of SUVs. So tell me, would you take this beast out for a ride, or would you let someone else claim the thrill first? The 2026 Toyota Fortuner, stronger, smarter, and bolder than ever. The legend has evolved, and the road ahead will never be the same again. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because what's coming next will blow your mind.